It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Okay, y'all. So here's my story time. Let me get my receipts too. So I had a young lady that reached out to me on Friday asking me could I do her hair. She texted me. She said, hello, do you have any availability for tomorrow? I really need my hair done for school. That was on a Friday. So I texted back. I said, hello, who is this? She said, I found you on Instagram. My name is such and such. I'm not going to say the young lady's name. I said, what are you trying to get done? She said, a blunt cut. I said, I only have a 10:30 a.m. or 6 p.m. slot available. She said, okay, can we do 6 p.m.? So I said, you can book the appointment for another day and I'll change it to tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mind y'all, on Saturday, I already had 8 back to school clients on a Saturday. All my clients know, everybody knows, I take my last person at 10 a.m. on Saturdays. I start at 6:30 a.m. I take my last person at 10 a.m. I extended my hours for back to school. So when the young lady told me that she needed her hair done, I said, you know what? I'll go ahead and give her the 6 p.m. slot. She'll just be my last, person for that day or whatever. But then I end up having another client after her. So, back to the messages. So she said, I told her to book it, for another day. So she said, okay. So she booked the appointment. She sends me the screenshot of the confirmation that my booking site sends you when you book the appointment. I don't send out the texts. The site does. Can y'all see this? This is the confirmation. This is what she sent me. Appointment with Nene the stylist. Deposit $20. 17 Warren Road, Suite 5A, Pikesville, Maryland, 21208. Right? This is the confirmation that she sent me with the address on there. So I said, okay, see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. See you tomorrow at 6. So tomorrow tomorrow comes the next day, which is Saturday. She texts me at 1. She called me first. She calls me first. Said, hey, I have an appointment with you today at 6 o'clock. I was calling to see how long my hair is going to take. My duration normally takes 2.5 hours. But being as though it's a Saturday, it's back to school, I don't know what could possibly happen. So I don't want to give this young lady a time saying, oh, you'll be done at such and such time. So I told her, I'm sorry, unfortunately, I don't know what time you'll be done. She said, oh, because I have a lash appointment at 8 p.m. Okay, a lash appointment at 8 p.m., a hair appointment at 6 p.m., but whatever. However, she scheduled it, whatever the case may be. You still would have been out in time to make your lash appointment. But anyway, so I said, no, I'm not sure. So she said, okay. She sends me a text message at 1:39. Mind you, her appointment is at 6 o'clock. She said, hello, can you send me the deposit back? I don't know if I'll make it. For one, on my booking site, it says my deposits are non-refundable. And I'm trying to be as professional as possible when I make this video. But y'all already know how I talk. Y'all already know how I get. But I'm trying to be as professional as possible while I'm making this video. And I was trying to be very professional when it came down to this young lady. I run my business how I run my business. This is why my business has been so successful as long as it has been. And I'm so humble when I say this. I run my business how I run my business. So if you book that slot, you're responsible to come. Being as though nobody else is able to book this slot now, you're going to pay me something if you don't make that appointment. So now, because somebody else can't book it. So I said, hello, my deposits are non-refundable. It also states it on my booking site. I always say my booking site, my booking site, my booking site. Yo, I took my time on my booking site so that everything is verbatim on my booking site. There should never be a reason why anybody needs to call me or get in contact with me, because any question what type of hair, what length hair, the address, the appointment times. Everything is on the booking site. Literally, everything is on there. And it says deposit is non-refundable. Same day cancellations is a $50 fee, right? But I didn't even get to that part. So she said, okay, well, I'll let you know by 2:30 if I can still come. You're not going to let me know anything. Because at this point, if you come, you come. If you don't, you don't. I still have other young ladies that's going back to school that I need to make sure that they're taken care of. So if you come, you come. You don't, you don't. So she texts me back an hour later after that and says, I can still come. Sorry, I was an hour away and didn't know what time I would be back. I said, okay. So 6 o'clock, her appointment was at 6 o'clock. So my son had a braiding appointment. And that was right across from where my shop is. He had a braiding appointment. So I said, he don't have his iPad. He don't have his phone. I'll give him my business phone so that he can, play on the phone and keep him occupied while he gets his hair braided. But I'll go back at 6 o'clock. If she's not here by 6, I'll go back and check to make sure that, just in case she called or text. So that's what I did. I went and got my phone from my son when he was getting his hair braided. And I said, hey, did anybody call my phone? Did the young lady call my phone? Because it's about to be 6 o'clock. She's not here yet. I checked the phone. I got like 6 missed calls in a text message. So I'm like, oh shit, let me call her back. So I get a text message that say I'm here. So I calls the number back or whatever. So I'm guessing her mom answers the phone. So I'm like, hey, I got your text message that you said that you're here, but I'm standing out here. I don't see anybody. So she like, oh, because we're at 17 Warren Road in Essex. I said, oh, well, my shop is located in Pikesville. I'm not in Essex. So she said, oh, well, we're in Essex. So I said, she said, but we're on Harford Road. She even said Harford Road or Urban Road, Urban Avenue, one of the two, but indicating that she was coming to me. I said, well, my grace period is only 15 minutes. Mind y'all, I still have another young lady who has to get her hair done for school. That wouldn't be fair to the next person's child that she has to sit and wait, or her time get pushed back because somebody else went into the wrong location. That is not my fault, right? So she said, so this is the mother. So she says, oh, we're on Harford Road. I said, well, my grace period is only 15 minutes. Y'all wouldn't be able to make it in the grace period. So she said, oh, well, is there any other way that you can accommodate her? Can she come later? I'm done for today. After I finish the next young lady, I'm done for today. I was at work since 6:30. I'm done for today. I'm not doing no more hair. So she says, well, what about tomorrow? Everybody knows I don't do hair on Sundays. I had nail appointments on Sundays for my back to school. Nail appointments for my back to school girls the next day. So she like, wow, is there any way that you could send the $20 back, the deposit back, so I can book somewhere else? I said, well, it states on my booking site that my deposits is non-refundable, right? I said, just as well as it states the address is Pikesville on my booking site as well. She said, oh, well, so she's a kid. She's only 14. So in my mind, I instantly say, well, why the fuck is a 14-year-old booking her own appointment? And now you're mad at me because I'm not giving a deposit back because y'all was in the wrong place. So we didn't go back and forth about it. She hung up. She said, okay. She made a TikTok about me saying that I didn't show no compassion. I sent her 17 Warren Road. It's a million Warren Roads. No, it's only one 17 Warren Road, Pikesville. As y'all can see, it's right here. It's sent in the confirmation text, 17 Warren Road, Suite 5A, Pikesville, Maryland. But I'm glad that everything worked out for the young lady, that she was able to get her hair done by whoever she got her hair done by. But my purpose of me doing my story time is to clear up the fact that, no, I never sent you 17. And it wasn't that I was not compassionate. It's the fact that y'all didn't take accountability for where y'all messed up at. And now y'all want to put a rant out on me. Thank you for the exposure. And thank you to my clients that continues to book with me. Y'all have a blessed day.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit live or reaction, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to everybody who pulls up to my Facebook or Twitch live reactions, man. We keep it lit, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the video. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. So now we have a Baltimore hairstylist who is upset with her client because she said her client's mom made a video, but I couldn't find the mom. Mom probably deleted it, but whatever the case may be, I hope I find a response. If I find a response, I'm going to do a little stitch and then drop it in the next video. But let's just put it like this, man. Oh, the mom also stated that the girl was 14 years old that booked the hair appointment. Mind you, I'm gonna start to act like them. Mind you, she also booked a lash appointment. Lash appointment, 14. Man, first of all, I don't even like my daughter wearing lashes. She knows that's one thing I'm irritated about. I already got her to stop wearing makeup like daily. But now I'm trying to break her from the lashes, and if my daughter told me that she had a lash appointment, I will glue her eyes shut. I literally glue her eyes shut. What do we talk about? A lash appointment at damn 14 years old. But anyway, that ain't my kid, so I can't even be mad at them because my kid got lashes anyway. But lash appointments a bit overboard. Her appointment, I could get it at 14. You're probably trying to go back to school too. So I always tell my daughter, like I tell her all the time, don't rush to be grown. She ain't gonna understand this until she grown. She won't care. She won't care for my feelings about her being over sexualized. I saw a comment. Y'all can probably go back and find this comment. If you go to the video with the 14-year-old, or she was 14 messing with her mama's boyfriend, her stepdaddy or whatever the hell, and he's like a truck driver and he never said he didn't and all this. It's a guy in the comments said, I would have hit it too. She seems fast as hell. I was like, I hope everybody see this comment. I hope y'all see this comment so y'all could go off on his ass like, what the hell? What the hell, sir? But then when you have a 14-year-old and you see them, the way they dress, the way they put the makeup on, the eyelashes, the hairstyles, the way they talk, the way they carry themselves, then you be like, I gotta find a better way to protect my daughter. I can't be there with her all the time, 24/7. So I have to instill the best possible knowledge into her life and her brain that will save her life. Do y'all hear me? Well, that's kind of where we're going through. And I mean, it's not a bad thing. These parents go through this. My parents went through it. My children will go through it as parents, and their children will go through it as parents. But I say it all starts at home, the way you raise your child. I try to dedicate a lot of time to my child. Actually, I just came from her volleyball game. So if you follow me on Instagram, you will see that post of me and my daughter's volleyball game, which I'm very proud of her. I'm very proud of the feats that she has come, and that's why sports is so important, because it keeps your mind off of the BS that is pushed at you every day. I'm actually happy that these kids, that they get to take away their phones so they can stop being on their phones and focus on what's going on around them. Mind you, I tell my daughter, we'll be riding in the car, I'll be like, you know where you at? Do you know where you at? And she'd be like, no. I say, put your phone down. Pay it, at least look up sometime and be like, oh, we're over here. At least look up, you know? So it's crazy that the kids they won't look up the whole ride. Even and if it's, Lord forbid me, if there's an accident. If there's an accident, they gonna be like this and boop, they gonna smack their head dead into the windshield because they're not looking up. These kids need to stay off their phone. So, shout out to the lady. What she didn't explain was how she got from one address to the other. Like, did you have that address on your Instagram? Because I believe that's where she said she found her, was on Instagram. So did you find an old address from maybe a post or something she posted that says she's over here? Because that will she didn't explain how the person got confused. But if you look at the screenshot, it had all the information. So technically, there is no reason for the fault on the hairstylist. The teenager who has the phone didn't do her due diligence, and that's where the problem came in. But it is what it is. Everyday people, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.